Well, I've come to a familiar place. I've been here quite a few times, but I figured it'd be nice to spend some time here to get some downtime. It's been pretty hectic the last few weeks, and the next couple months are actually shaping up to be fairly busy. So, coming somewhere that I know, and I figure it would be nice to get caught up on a few chores and maybe spend a little bit more time with my fly fishing pole. There's some areas around here that I'd like to attempt some wildlife photography. I think we'll start off the morning with a little bit of breakfast, and since we will be here for a couple days, we'll make ourselves a little bit more comfortable. So I've gotten everything together here so I can start doing my laundry. I'm actually going to use my outdoor shower system. This is what I use when I'm taking a shower. I use this a lot during the summer. I've got a heat exchanger built into the van, and I basically can pump water through this hose here, cold water in, and then it circulates through my heat exchanger, comes out this particular hose and back into the bucket. It continues to do that until it gets up to 111 degrees, which is the temperature I like for a shower. And then when it gets to that temperature, I've got an automatic shut off that shuts a valve off so it no longer circulates. And then this one is connected to my shower head, and then I can take a hot shower. So what I'm going to do here now for the laundry is I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to fire up the van, get it warmed up, go ahead and circulate the water through, get it hot, and then we'll use the bucket that we gathered water in to do some laundry in. We'll actually fill that up with some soap, and then we'll do some laundry. All right, so we've got everything ready to go. The water's up to temperature here. I'm gonna go ahead and fill the bucket up a little bit. I'm gonna put some soap in. Now, one thing you should kind of keep in mind if you're gonna do laundry, dishes, bathe yourself, anything like that, you wanna make sure you're well away from the stream or lake, because soap like this is biodegradable, but it has to have soil to biodegrade. So you need to be far enough away from the stream that the soap can go down into the soil, degrade, and then it can, be safe for the environment. But if you put it directly into the water, like if you're washing yourself directly in a stream or something like that, that soap won't biodegrade, and it can actually cause things like toxic algae. So always make sure if you're going to be using any type of biodegradable soap, use it away from the water's edge. So anyways, we're going to just start today. I'm going to be here a couple days, so I'm going to do a couple different loads. I'm going to focus on my jeans today because they take the longest to dry. So I'm going to get them washed up first, and then they can dry for a couple days. The rest of my stuff I'll do tomorrow, and it usually dries in a couple hours. All right, so I think we're done for today. We've got what I wanted to accomplish. These pants were my first priority because I knew they were super soiled and dirty, and I knew it would just take me some time. They'll take probably the next day or more to completely dry just because they are so saturated. Other things like the swim shorts and my hunting pants, those are pretty lightweight, so they'll dry fairly fast. Laundry is just never one of those fun things, and like I said, it's the one thing about living in a van or van life that I really hate, is having to go to laundromats. And in the summer when it's warm enough to do it this way, it's just the way that I prefer it, because I'd rather be out here. I mean, this chore is no fun no matter how you look at it, but at least if I've got to do it, I'd rather do it out here in the peace of nature than sitting in a parking lot or at a busy laundromat and dealing with that. And like I said, if you just give it a try, try washing a pair of jeans in your sink by hand and then really rinsing them out, I think you'll really notice the difference in how clean they come. And the biggest thing that I notice is they just don't have that soapy residue that a lot of times seems to be left behind when you wash them in a regular washing machine. we're starting to come to the end of a nice day here. This is the second day in the camp. Today was pretty much a mirror of yesterday. We obviously had breakfast, and then I had breakfast in the van this morning just because, yeah, the yellow jackets yesterday morning was just such a pain in the butt. And in fact, pretty much every meal I've cooked since then, and the dinner I'm going to cook for myself tonight, I plan to cook in the van. It's just with the yellow jackets, it's just not fun to cook outside at all. But we did get the rest of our laundry done, so that's nice. I'm glad to have that chore out of the way. I wish I wouldn't have had to spend the 2 out of the 3 days I have available to spend here just doing chores, but it wasn't all work and no fun. I did get out on the little creek here and fly fish. I'm not really sure what I was doing could be considered fly fishing. Like I said, I'm fairly new at the fly pole, and I think I spent more time wadded up in the brush than I did actually with the fly in the water, but it's still fun, and I'm still enjoying it, and I'm looking forward to maybe spending some time with the fly pole tomorrow out on the lake, and hopefully maybe we'll have a little bit more luck and a little more space so I'm not tied up in the brush so much. But anyways, yeah, now we're just kind of enjoying a little whiskey. Got the gas fire pit out. We're still in burn ban. We'll probably still be in burn ban for the next month. I'm hoping sometime in October. Usually around the first week of October is when they let us start having campfires again. But we haven't had really any rain to speak of, so that's got to happen first. So we'll see how that goes. But like I said, tomorrow is my last day here in this area. I'm going to try to sneak in 2 more activities. I'm going to get up early in the morning, see if I can do some wildlife photography, and then I'm going to head out to the lake and spend the rest of the afternoon again with the fly pole and see if we have any luck out there. Well, we've gotten down here to where we're gonna spend some time trying to do some wildlife photography. I did see a couple elk tracks on the way down here, but nothing too crazy. I have seen them down in this spot before, but I never had a camera at the times that I've seen them. So I'm really hoping now that I've got my good camera and then I've got the good long lens here in my backpack that I'll get an opportunity to see them. But I only have one morning to really make this happen, and quite honestly, I think if I wanted to have any chance of making this work out, I probably would need a week or more of just coming down here every morning and sitting. But I don't know, sometimes you get lucky. We'll just see if we'll see what we see, and maybe we'll see something else down here, something that will be of interest. So I actually got to see that mink a couple times throughout the day. And to me, that was actually a really special moment because I've seen lots of elk and deer in my lifetime out in the wild, and it's always awesome. And it would have been incredible to capture an elk crossing this river like I've seen before. But it was still totally worth it for me to come down here. And I was very close to not doing it because I knew I only had a little bit of time today, and the chances of seeing something crossing the river would have been pretty slim. But to be able to actually not only see that mink, which is something I haven't seen a lot of in the wild, but to capture it on film. And I do think I actually got some half decent shots of it as it went bounding through the grass there, is really special. To me, that is actually a really special moment. And so I am just ecstatic that I did decide to come down here and spend the time. And I did get to see a couple other interesting things as well. Some kingfishers flew up the river, and one of them landed on a faraway branch and was just fishing off of that branch. It would just fly up to the branch and then just dive into the water, grab very small little fish, come up, eat real quick, and then dive into the water and grab another. So that to me was also kind of a rare moment, and I really enjoyed that as well. Then of course I saw a little squirrel, and and they're littered everywhere throughout the woods, and you can hear their chatter all day long, but it still was kind of fun to watch him because he was very interested in what I was doing here. So I don't know, maybe one of these days I'll get down here and I'll capture that moment of the elk crossing across the stream, but for now I'm pretty happy with what I got. Hey folks, if you're enjoying this video on the Van Camping channel, please take a moment and hit that like button, and if you can, make a simple comment. Likes and comments really do help promote the video on YouTube. Leaving a simple thank you or I enjoyed this video comment will give the video a much better standing in the YouTube algorithm. Sharing this video on forums and social media will really help get the word out to potential new viewers as well. And lastly, if you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so that you will never miss a new Van Camping episode. Thank you so much for your support, and now let's get back into the video. It was nice to have a few days to hike and relax, get some chores done. Sometimes I just have to slow down a little bit. I have a lot of things that grab my attention and interest, and I find myself trying to chase all of them a little bit, just trying to fill my life with as many experiences as I can. But I'm thinking here lately that I need to calm myself a little bit and just pick a few things, a few interests that I really want to put my heart and soul into. You know, the van camping lifestyle does give me probably more time than the average person to chase my dreams, but as I get older, I realize these moments of freedom are fleeting, and I need to choose what I spend my time doing wisely.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here. I got time, it's clear to see. From up here, the world seems small. We can sit together. It's so beautiful, you and me. We meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free.
The content on the Van Camping channel is brought to you in part by the sales of my very own Primal Outdoors coffee. If you're looking for a great tasting coffee to take on your next outdoor adventure, go to my website, www.van-camping.com, and pick up a bag of Primal Outdoors coffee. Primal Outdoors coffee is available in light, medium, and dark roast, and for my followers out there with Keurigs, Primal Outdoors coffee is now available in K-Cups. Fuel your next outdoor adventure with some Primal Outdoors coffee today.